I wonder, did it come down to the tire choice? Because this is just from what we know from the broadcast, as we heard that Hudson O'Neal was on a 2, which is a softer right rear, and then Clay Harris was on a 3. Like, honestly, it's shocking to me a
We
little
thought it was
bit
going to be the
that
opposite.
I thought it was going to be the opposite. But when I think about it, Hudson, he got out there and they ran a lot of green flag laps. That little stretch that they went green, 10 laps or whatever early. I wonder, like, did his 2 get hot or something, and then he messed up, about spun out, and then Harris gets to him. Maybe his tires going. I don't know. Like, but eh, it was opposite. I'll be honest with you. It was opposite of what I thought it was going to be. I told Jonathan, I'm like, I wonder if Clay Harris
I
is on a
bet Clay
2.
Harris is on a 2, Jesse said. And I'm like, you know what? I
Yeah.
bet you're right. And so then you're like, gosh, he's going to fall off here eventually if he is on
Right.
a 2. And then they can't, they said on the stream, they said the opposite of what we were thinking. And it's like, oh,
It's like,
okay.
what the heck? So that threw me for a loop.
What do y'all think about the idea of, the stream, the officials knowing the tire choices and communicating that to the viewers? I know it's something Dirt Tracker, Justin Fiedler, right? Like it is,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
I just know him as Dirt Tracker. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I know it's something he had talked about, and they mentioned it in the stream as well. And then they were telling us some of the tire choices. Is that something like? Is that something we're gonna see on Hunt the Front TV? You think, Joshua? Or, I mean, what do y'all? Did that make the viewing experience any better for us tonight?
I think. I mean, here's what I was thinking: is I heard them mention it and in driver introduction or like early, like before they took off and went green, and then I really wasn't paying attention, and then I'm thinking, hey, I wish they would say that again, right?
Yeah,
Like
write it
remind us-
down
Yeah,
somewhere.
Who's on
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, we have that discussion in our Slack channel with the production team whenever I think whenever Justin Fiedler mentioned it on Dirt Tracker. And yeah, I think we're going to. Logan really wants to. He wants to create a graphic. Our um, production director or whatever. I'm not even sure what his title is, but the guy that's in charge of our production team, Logan Gibson. He's pretty excited about it, and I was kind of like, I don't know if we really need to go down that road. If that's something you should be broadcasting literally.
Yeah,
But if
It's-
Lucas Oil's doing it, right,
well,
it's
you would have
fair
to
for
you
us,
would have
right?
to have a rule as a series that once you get to the staging line, there's no trying to block your no one. You
Yeah.
can't have a crew guy that's trying to block people from looking. Because here's what people don't realize is that it's not like people just are like, yeah, come look at my tire. I don't mind you knowing what I have. You know what I mean? There's a lot of I don't
yeah.
know,
That's
A lot of
Yeah.
gamemanship.
Mhm.
so.
to
What
that.
I was gonna say is, like, I think that it's extremely cool for viewership for people at home like us, like we were tonight. We're watching, like, oh, who's on what. I think it's a really cool thing for viewership experience, but at the same time, like, as a race team, like, you don't necessarily want everyone knowing
Yeah.
your tire. Like, that it could be, your go-to tire no matter what, and you have a lot of success with it, and you don't want somebody else to just know that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's something that, like you're talking about, people block the tires. Well, they block the tires for a reason. They don't want everybody to know what they're on
Yeah.
if they can help it. So broadcasting it to the world, like,
it isn't going to
I
work
don't know.
unless there's a rule that says you have to be open about that and you can't be blocking tires. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
there is a rule, and I know it's in the Lucas Oil series. I think pretty much every series has it that you can't have covers on your car once
Yeah.
you leave the pit area.
But you can
that
have
we
your
that rule
biggest
as
crew
well.
member stand there like this.
Yes, I think you can do that. Now, if a series official comes up, and we have to, we check their tires.
Right.
In
Yeah.
most cases, at least the top few, you're checking their tires to make
Mhm.
sure they're right. You don't have to. It's not, maybe you don't check the whole field by any means, but you can't tell a series official they can't look at your tire, right?
I hate. Go ahead.
I was just
you
gonna say,
finish
if the
thought.
Lucas Oil series is doing it and they're putting it on flow, I think that gives us cover as as our series. But we try to be in line with the national tours, right? And we try to match get as
Yeah.
close as we can on production with Hunt Front TV as to Flow Racing. So
Or Dirt
I
Vision,
think,
or you
or
name
Dirt
it.
yeah, all
Mhm.
those. So I think, I think the precedent has been set. That's going to become a new thing.
Yeah.
What's
be on
crazy?
the lookout for that.
Real
What's
quick,
crazy? I
thank you.
guarantee.
Real quick,
Oh, go
thank
ahead.
you, Cade Lyerly.
Lyerly?
I hope
Yeah,
I'm saying that
Lyerly.
correctly for the $4.99 there. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Thank you, Cade. Go
It's
ahead,
his
Jesse.
first
Oh,
his first super on a live stream, so we
oh,
Nice.
appreciate it.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Cade.
So I was going to say, I guarantee you, people have fought about this before. I would not be surprised at all if people have actually fought trying to
Yes,
protect their
Oh,
tires.
yeah.
exactly.
I guarantee it. Now
So,
we're It's funny how
yeah,
things change, is what I'm trying to
yeah.
say. Like
So
now we're broadcasting it.
I hate it whenever Jesse's not at the track because then Joseph's like, it's my job, telling me it's my job to go see what everybody's on. And I
Yeah.
just, I can't see worth a flip. So I have literally got to get down there, you know, like, and I got to have my flashlight turned all the way on bright.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like doing this, trying to find where is it? And, you know,
Yeah.
so what I figured out that you can do, here's what you do. You find someone who's good at it
Yeah.
and you follow them around. What's he on? What's he
What are
on?
they on?
You know, yeah,
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah.
Is that a
Dude,
2? A 3?
honestly, I feel like I'm that guy. Everybody's like, "What were they on?" You know, like
Yeah, let
'cause
Jesse go look.
for one, I know a lot of people that are racing against us, so sometimes I just go, "Hey, what are you on?" Like I'm gonna go
Uh-huh.
look. Like they know I'm gonna go look
Are you
anyway, probably.
okay?
But
If you ask and they say, yeah, it's 2 or 3, whatever, do you
I know
usually
who I can trust. I feel like I know
okay?
who I
Have you
can trust.
okay, here have you ever when someone's asked you, have you ever lied?
I haven't. I mean, generally, if it's someone that asks me, it's because they know me, you know,
Right.
like,
It's someone you would
in
tell anyway.
return, I make sure that they tell me. I know who they're with. I'm like, all right,
Mhm.
what are y'all on? You like kind of, you know,
And then you end up
I don't know.
sharing who
It's a
you've looked
game.
at and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's a huge game that goes on at the starting line. It's kind of fun in a
See,
sense.
and this is where, we're talking about tire rule, and we're talking this is where having I know we want to limit options and people are like, yeah, just pick one tire and that way it saves guys money because you don't have but this adds to the complexity of an event having to make a tire choice,
right.
right? On compound. And if you, go on a limited tire rule and everyone's on a 3 or everyone's on the same tire, you lose that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think did we catch the super
I
chat
so
there, Jonathan?
ISO
I so
Bex, thank
Bex
you for the 9.99. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, first super on a
on
live
a
stream
live
again.
stream.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Um,
Um,
it would be hard. You would have to say like you'd have to have your official that's checking tires, and then you'd have to have a way that official is communicating that to the stream, right? And it just seems like that would be a lot of work,
yeah.
Well, I'm
a lot
I'm
to
pretty
wrangle.
sure they said it was Rick Swally that was reporting to the production
Oh,
Mhm.
team the tire, and that's the series director, right? For
right.
Lucas Oil.
It's
So
doable. You just would have to be open with the drivers about it and say, "Hey, we're doing this. Hey, guys, you're here racing for a lot of money, and a lot of that's coming from the streaming, and we want to make that show better for them. And this is one way
Right.
we're going to do it." And it seems like it's catching on. It's going to happen or liable to happen. So I think it's something you'll see a lot of in the future. At least knowing the announcers knowing what guys are on.